Really good fun.
Fun, memes and frolics.
Absolutely kick ass.
Friends, passion and hobby.
Awesome, sociable, relaxing. It helps you become somebody entirely different.
It's a way to kind of express that side of yourself that you don't normally get to.
So my name is John Drew. I'm the store manager of the Birmingham Tokyo Toys, secretly the regional manager of Tokyo Toys, but I like to hide here at Birmingham. I've been part of the company now for just over 11 years, believe it or not, but that's mainly for volunteering, work Comic-Cons, but being here for the 2 and a bit years at Tokyo Toys has been in Birmingham full-time, if that makes sense. Me personally, I love anime myself. You know, before I even heard of Tokyo Toys, I was looking into, I was trying to age slightly now, I had to go and try and find somewhere that sold videos of that anime, and there used to be a shop. I used to have to travel sort of 40 minutes to go to one shop just to look at their 4, maybe 5 videos of anime. And so being in the culture myself, it's been a big part of my life for quite a long time, to be honest with you. I got into anime because I've been watching things like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the big turning point with it, really. Because I was watching all these things and thought nothing of it, as we mostly do as a young naive, just go, they're a show from America, I think nothing of it more than that, to be honest. And then a friend of mine said, no, it's Japanese. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? How is this Japanese? And then I looked into the Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was then kind of a bit blown away by how is this a thing? How is this actually a thing? And then it just sort of rolled out from there, really. Anime's had I'd say quite a big impact on my life, mainly because of the thousands and hundreds of people I've met. Just friendships have sort of come from anime. 16 when I was first really sort of went, oh, this is what all this crazy stuff about, which was a long time ago. There was very little people into it. Even when I used to go to London, before it was Comic-Con, it used to be film and something, Expo, I can't quite remember. There used to be, the whole hall used to be like Star Wars and Star Trek and movies and things, and right in the corner, this itty-bitty little bit where Tokyo Toys used to be as well, and a few little things that had animes, and that's it. And now if you go to Comic-Con, it's the spread of the anime now. And this again, when I used to go, maybe 2 or 3 people would dress up. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I must have a photo of you. And nowadays, there's just like so many people dressed up, and it's expanded so rapidly in the last sort of decade. It's absolutely incredible. It really is. I still think it's very much, if you're into it, then you're into it and people will love it. And you know, it's all, again, that sort of culture, that sort of friendship it brings. But if you're not into it, the people that we still get it now, people who walk past the shop will still hurl abuse at us through the shop. And you know, you go, oh, you got to catch them all, then I'll run out and go, I'm trying, just because I actually don't care, I'm making a bit of an idiot of myself. But, you know, I think it is a lot more accepted nowadays, but I still think there is that general kind of sort of just negativeness towards it. It's funny, some fans will walk into this shop, like, they've still got that thought in their head of, like, they're very nervous, you know, they still hide their anime under their bed like they shouldn't be watching it, sort of thing, from their parents, and they'll come in a bit sheepish. But we always try to approach those fans as carefully as possible. We welcome them in, and we try to make them feel as warm as possible and as safe as possible in the shop in a daft kind of way. And then there's the complete opposite end of the scale, where you get anime fans who will come to the front door, they'll literally stand at the front mat, look around, and will literally scream with absolute excitement. And we'll stand up and we'll scream with them. We're like, wow, welcome! And then we know those folks that we can be a lot more outgoing with them, a bit more exciting with them, you know. So, you know, if we did that to those timid customers, you'd be like, oh, turn around and run away, sort of thing. No, because you just kind of forget about it. I mean, yes, in some ways, a few years ago, we were, I dare I say, use the word celebrities, because I don't really mean to big us up that much, of course, but everyone knew our name at one point. They would come to Tokyo Toys to you know, they still do this now, but it was so much more back then. But that's because we were like the only people really selling the stuff at the time, you know, other than a few other little businesses. But now it's so much more spread out. It's sort of, we're still one of the biggest names in the industry, but that sort of celebrity status as such has sort of just mellowed out a little bit. But we're still seen as quite, you know, the most fun store, so we kind of get that sort of customer come up to us and they're really excited to see us around here, and so it throws you off a little bit on the odd occasion when they go, John, how are you? I'm like, oh, I don't remember your name, I remember your face. You know, and it's really awesome. So I love it, absolutely love it. I think being part of the I want to say we're almost like the nerdiest heart of England, if not the United Kingdom in some ways, because there are other sort of areas to venture to in Birmingham, of course, but to be part of that, to be the biggest provider of anime and manga stuff to the Midlands, let alone anywhere else.
Creed. It's an expression of yourself that you can't do anywhere else. If you walk down the street like this, well, you just wouldn't do it.
I know it's cliche, but it's a way to like kind of express that side of yourself that you don't normally get to.
It's kind of empowering, I suppose, just being some crazy character.
What are they doing? Yeah. But when you're here, everyone's doing it and you don't really, there's no judgment or
Everyone's
anything.
friendly and everything.
Everyone's doing it. Definitely. So, like I've been doing it a really long time, and my best friend has also been doing it about the same length of time as me. But our group of friends have all started doing it. So, like, we weren't all cosplayers to begin with. So even within your like friend group, if you're having such a good time, it makes other people want to.
Yes, of course. I have seen, because I've been in England for quite a few years, I can see the Japanese, especially for Japanese culture, in anime, is being spread all around the world, not just in England. I've seen a lot more Japanese cosplay around in England in this few years.
Yeah, it's got massive, like, major. Like, I can just see every time I come to Comic-Con and stuff, or even in the real world outside of Comic-Con and out of character, I can see people walking around wearing different anime t-shirts, like Dragon Ball Z t-shirts, jackets, hats and everything. It just goes to show that the person is willing to stand there and say, hi, I love anime.
Yes, because you can connect with people who you wouldn't be able to meet otherwise in like regular communities, and it's really concentrated, so you can find people in the same fandom as you, and you can talk animatedly, which you wouldn't be able to do otherwise. It really helps with Facebook and Instagram, where you can show off your cosplays and you can meet each other and give tips.
Well, I met my boyfriend from one.
Yeah, yeah. So that works. It's an odd thing. Cosplayers like to help other cosplayers. So even if you've never met someone, if you've got someone who's trying to assemble themselves out the way and they're looking like they're having trouble, you go over and say, hi, how you doing? Do you need a hand?
I'm gonna have to say JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, it's Pokemon. It's Ash and Pokemon, and it's the original Ash, not the new one.
I would have to say Yu-Gi-Oh, the original Yu-Gi-Oh.
Love Life and Idolmaster for sure.
At the moment, it's Boku no Hero.
Probably still Death Note.
Death
to be
Note,
fair, that
yeah.
was like my
That's
first
like-
proper anime.
Yep.
One of like the only links that we have as people ends up being anime after video games. So it's kind of like it's the only way I've maintained friendships with other people, like keeping up to date with what the newest anime this summer is and things like that. And the anime society that I've recently joined, like that as well, is kind of like added new friends to my friends group.